First thing this morning, we've moved the Prentice here. We're actually starting on the north side of the farm now, or I mean the south side. Or the north side of the ranch. It's kind of, as far as the walnut goes, it's coming to a close. You can kind of see the highway. It's right there somewhere. Yeah, it's just right behind me there. So there's the highway. Now, I was told there's more timber, more walnut timber on the south side of the farm here. Oh, there goes the farm manager there. But yeah, I was told there was more timber here on the south side, walnut timber anyway. Hard to imagine because I think we've already cut 75,000 feet of walnut on the north side there. And we've still got some to go, and there's still some laid out to be sold on the north side too. But it's kind of mist and rain right now, and they're calling for more rain this weekend, which we've been fortunate enough. We've got a little bit of rain, but we've dodged a lot of the heavy rain. I was talking to my buddy Danny last night, and he lives just east of me a ways, and he's a logger too, and I think they've been rained out the biggest part of the week, and you know, we really haven't got that much. It's rained, but we haven't got a lot like other people have. So got the cattle here, they're checking things out. So I'm waiting on some fuel right now. As soon as we get some fuel in the Prentice, we're gonna go drag some walnut somewhere. I don't know where. See the creek, it's just right down there. You can see that kind of line of trees. Of course the bridge is right there. You can see the bridge. Dangerous old one-lane bridge. They pretty much own everything you see. The ranch does. Pretty much everything you see there. They run, I don't know, 4 miles, 5 miles south, then I don't know, 3 or 4 miles back west, and probably another mile east. So a lot of land, big place. I see 2 cars going at it here on the bridge. That's a dangerous old one-lane bridge. That old bridge there is dangerous because up there there's kind of a bend up there on the hills that comes around. So anyway, as soon as we get some fuel, we'll get some logs drug. We're just waiting on that. I ought to go shoot a cow here and get some steaks. I don't think they'd miss one, maybe 2. We're down here on the creek, slipping and sliding around. I mean, we're right here on the edge. I mean, that's the creek right out there. We're on a high bank over here. In amongst these sycamores, cutting walnut. Dad's over there on the bank, barking one right now. I've got one in the grapple, kind of weaving in and out of here. That's the bad thing about the Prentice. When you got to weave in and out of trees, it's almost too big to do that in tight areas. But one thing my dad told me years ago, and I've always remembered, it's always held true. Walnut, like on the creeks, it grows in the higher ground, it seems like, the higher creek banks. If there's sycamore and maple and ash growing, good chance walnut will grow amongst it. But if it's that old water oak timber, you'll rarely ever see walnut growing in it. And I've always found that to be pretty true from my short tenure here in logging. You know, I guess I've been logging full time about 15 years now. But I've noticed that to be true. And kind of a bluff right here. Under this bluff, there's some pretty good walnut trees. One there, it's pretty, that's a big one right there. We're just kind of weaving in and out of this brush, trying to get these things out back across the creek. It's already getting on up in the day. It's after 11 o'clock. We've cut several this morning already, and I ain't done a real good job of filming them. What we've done anyway, we've had to clean up several tree tops, get us pushed out of the field. Of course, there's a creek crossing here to get on this side of the creek, so we're taking everything back on the other side as we go. This little stuff here, this little brush, this old apprentice just didn't even know it's there, just runs it right over. I had somebody ask me a day or two ago what the apprentice weighed compared to a 648. And we had a 648D one time. Let me look at you. We had a 648D one time. And I don't remember what it weighed. It had a swing grapple on it, a swing boom, and it was handy. But I think I read somewhere on this apprentice here that it weighed, with a 30-point time, I think it weighed right at 43,000 pounds. We've never weighed it, so I'm just going off what the tag on the machine said. So I'll try to answer a few questions today. We can get that log dropped off. Go after another one. Don't want to hit Dad's Ranger. He might be pretty mad if we run the Ranger over. Another gentleman asked me today about Missouri, about thinking it was all fertile soil and row crop ground. Man, that's parts of Missouri are. You know, you get up along the Missouri River and on the northern part of Missouri, there's a lot of good dirt up there, a lot of row crop. But right here in southwest Missouri, it's more cattle country. That's primarily, I mean, there's some row crop here. There's some guys that farm here around Stockton. I think one guy farms about 3,500 acres, so that's a pretty good spread. But if you go just west of us, you get into a lot of row crop country. And we cut a lot of timber over there. But here, right where we're at, man, you get down to the creek bottoms, the dirt's pretty good. But other than that, you're basically on limestone all the time. I mean, the ground's thin. That's part of the reason we grow a lot of walnuts, because that walnut really likes that limestone ground. So, especially when we log down around Springfield, man, that ain't nothing but limestone down in there. Well, that's just answering a few questions. I'll try to get a few more as the day goes on. Let's click off here and try to get this one. This little pile we got going on this morning. Kind of spread out over here at this first part. Pretty good sized trees though. Nothing, I mean, rough, no veneer or anything like that, just all rough logs. Looks like the sun might try to come out now. It's been kind of dreary and rainy all morning. I guess I better turn the 5-finger death punch off here. Yeah, pretty good little pile of logs. That's a pretty good one there. Dad's standing next to. Thing up and park it. It's the first drag after lunch. I'm over there under the bluff looking up, and I don't know if a seal went out of one of the cylinders or what on the grapple. It's actually on the boom. It's the up and down, the main boom. Seal went out, just gushing oil everywhere, so that puts a damper on that. Typical Friday when things are going good, something like that happens. So we're shut down with the Prentice until we get that fixed. It's leaking pretty bad. Sure can't run it like it is. Oil's too expensive and too much of a mess, and no Gouda. No Gouda. So I think I got the news to Dad. I was trying to tell him. I was honking the horn on the skidder and pointing, trying to tell him, and he was pointing at the tree, and I was trying to point at the cylinder, like, no, this is a cylinder, it's a cylinder. And he's pointing at the tree, cut it? No, Dad, no. So here and let him know before he cuts the 100-acre woods off. So it's a pretty good bluff right here along the creek. This is part of where we've been working along today. There's a treetop right there. That's over there on the other side's where that little clump of sycamores was that I was into. We used to do a lot of coon hunting out here. Used to catch a lot of coons, the dogs out here. I miss those days. Some good bur oak there, real good bur oak. We'll cut those. I don't know if I can cross that creek right there's the crossing. I don't know if I can get across there in the old Toyota or not. Toyota's liable to hit it hard enough, we'll just change the creek channel. I might just stop here and yeah, I probably shouldn't try to cross that. The old highway tires on the Toyota here going up the other side probably would be a good idea. Now I'm not saying I couldn't do it. That's not what I'm saying at all. You know, part of me still wants to be a kid and just barrel off over that thing at 100 miles an hour and hit it like a banshee and make it up the other side, but that's the last thing I need to do is tear up my only means of transportation other than my Jeep. Now, if the Jeep was here, that's why I need to start driving the Jeep to work. We'd find another place. We'd find a steeper place to go up in the Jeep. So, let's see if we can get him run down.